All right, we're back. I am done with the orders. They're all taken care of. And I thought I'd basically pinpoint on screens and screen paints that claim to be ambient light rejection, or basically, bottom line, do not have ambient light rejection technology. And those screens are subject to basically leave you in the dark due to the fact that they cannot produce images in well-lit environments. And usually in most of these demonstrations, when I'm looking at these screens, their environments are shrouded in darkness, which means the screen is covering up windows. They got black curtains in the environment. Just grab my charger real quick, because my phone is right now on its last. And I see that in a lot of these fake demonstrations with these fake screens that claim to have ambient light rejection technology, and they don't. So, we're going to be putting out a few challenges today outside. I want to see how many of these screens, and I mean big companies too, we're calling you too, to see how many of you can basically beat one of our challenges, which we're going to be actually performing today. Keep in mind, I've already put out 5 and they have not been matched, so we'll put another one out for 2020. We'll give you 7 days to complete the challenge. The projector we'll be using is 1,000 lumens only, and yeah, it's going to be outside. So, let me show you what I mean by in some of these demonstrations. And I've already pointed out, when I watch demonstrations of people displaying their screens, they'll have windows blocked out, they'll have no light in the environment, the area will be dark, you can't see corners in the environment, and then they'll have little bits of light throughout the environment to give the illusion that they're actually pulling off an ambient light rejection environment when they're not. So, what makes ours different from everybody else? Well, let me show you. I got a screen in my over top my ceiling. So look at that right there. That is my projection screen sitting in the center on the ceiling with the lights on. You're welcome to try this demonstration if you want. You're not going to pass it. So it is what it is. Before, I've already proved that my phone basically has no special settings, which we did 4 videos on that one right there, me recording my phone. And now we have a video of me challenging you, since you want to basically make all these accusations about my technology. Now we're going to give you a challenge, a very hard one at that. So we want a star field demonstration outside. I should use my black silver, or I can make it extremely impossible for you, and we can use that sun killer technology, and we could do a demonstration at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with a direct hit hitting from a sun, and you would have to be able to produce that image outside, crystal clear. But that would be too impossible for you to do. Keep in mind that technology is only at 1% done. So, what kind of challenge can we give you? And that's what I'm going to have to think of. Because like I said, I always see these demonstrations, people saying they have ambient light rejection. Big companies claim to have ambient light rejection technology. And I just see screens washing out one after the next. This is what you call true ambient light rejection technology. Anytime you can take your screen paint and paint it to a ceiling and watch it crystal clear in a fully lit environment, and we're talking about beyond fully lit environment because my lamp is connected to my screen and you can see it crystal clear with no problem. So as my phone charges up, I'm going to sit you right over here and you can watch my screen that sits 18 feet back from my projector. And keep in mind, this is sky blue technology. This is not even black. This is sky blue technology that I'm using in the environment. And I'll open up a few windows just in case we're not getting enough window lighting here. Slide back some of our curtains here. Yep. Let's put some boots. It's about early in the morning. Probably want food. Let's see if it gets any food. And you can watch my area light up. And keep in mind, that's not even black technology. That screen is sky blue. That screen is actually lighter than a gray screen. Can't come in here. There we go. That's the Elite screen. Which one is that one? That is the Gray Cinema 5D, which supposed to have ambient light rejection technology. $1,300 to $1,400 projection screen against a blue technology. Of course, that's not going to go well because it's blue technology, and so there's no screen that fits in that screen's category. But just to give you an idea, black screens do far more worse. Because black screens can pull 100% contrast level, and that screen couldn't come close. So if you had a 126 inch of this screen, that means this is the result you'll be getting from a projector that I'm using. It's 4,300 lumens, and it's sitting only 18 feet back from the screen. So this is what you would pick up. So in order for you to get that image to pick up, you are going to have to basically get darker curtains here, and that light is definitely going to have to go out, or it's going to have to be dimmed. But there's too much light in the environment for the screen to pick up. Now, if it's ambient light rejection technology, it should be able to pick up with no problem whatsoever. You shouldn't lose any color, no contrast, nothing. And that's not a black screen, that's a blue screen. What's the gain on this one? 0.8. This is ambient light rejection tech. So now you have another screen that is $5,000, which is the Daylight Pack. So I think it is around $5,000. And the other screen is an Elite screen. And as you can see, Mr. Sun, it's going to be popping through my windows pretty soon. Now, I don't want to give off the suggestion that these screens can take in direct light, sunlight. We have technology for that, but that's still under development. This one right here is just going through paperwork process. Red screensaver. That isn't looking too good, is it? Let's go in here on a 235.1 projecting solid red on a black surface. Some people would think that this color right here, or this color, which is a gray screen paint mix, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but a light gray screen paint mix, would produce a higher and brighter color, correct? because it's a lighter color, the color is going to be brighter, right? Versus a black screen with the lights down. So we'll do this one first and see what we get. A bit disappointing, isn't it? And now we have a gray screen paint mix, which I'll show you. It does the exact same thing. Let's see if I can find my bar, little screen right here. There we go. Same reaction. So for those of you who've had dedicated theater setups and you think you're actually seeing red or blue or green with a gray screen paint mix or a gray screen, you're not seeing that. That's why you have to go through the painstaking nonsense of calibrating your projector. And I'm using an ultra short, actually using a short throw projector at 3400 lumens. You don't want me putting them up there and turn that light on, because that's not going to be good. But we'll keep it down here. And that's why some people feel that if they have a lighter gray screen or a silver screen, they're going to produce more vivid colors. You're not even close. You're not going to produce any vivid colors. You're going to produce a washed out image. Even worse when I turn out the lights. They can't maintain it with the lights on, and they can't maintain it with the lights off. That's why when they show you demonstrations, they show you multiple colors all blended in together, so you can't see this. That's why I show you solid colors. Because when your projector has that color wheel in it, it's producing these solid colors, these reds, the blues, greens, solid colors. This is what you're supposed to be seeing when they do demonstrations. You need to see how your projector is projecting red. Not multiple colors running across the screen and saying, hey, look how beautiful the reds are. No, it's camouflage. You're supposed to see solid colors. That's why I show you all these solid colors first. What I show you first is the white levels. Because I need to put that sticker shock in your head. Not sticker shock, but I mean to put that shock of reality in your head. So I show you the white colors first. So the first thing you'll see is these two screens produce a higher and brighter white level. And you go, wow, these screens are going to produce a bright image because the white level is higher. I told you it's not a good thing. That's a very bad sign, because that means the screen is producing too high of a white level, and therefore the colors are going to wash out and fade. So it's not a good thing. So this is what your projector is actually seeing when it sees red. Now, if I were to do something like, let me figure out which one controls we have for this one in here. So that's that one. That's the only downside of the Fire Stick is the fact that those controllers look. Well, I got two of them anyway, so that was my bad. But I needed them anyway. Fire Sticks are just very easy to work with. It's easier to lose them. I lose them all the time. Let's see what is that. Alright, man. I gotta turn my lights on. Majority everything in my room, my place is black. So if I lay this down somewhere, it is gone. It's cloaked. Oh, found it in the kitchen. That's why I don't need wireless remote controls, because I will lose them. All right. The color blue. Let's see which one activated. There we go. That one activated. See? Told you. Now, the reason why I got into black technology, because I used to develop screen paint just like that, under Digital One Crystal screen paint. And when a friend of mine bought in that black slate by Black Diamond, and I saw what that screen did to my screen, same scenario, just like this, that's what opened my eyes and started working with black technology. Because then I realized and I saw the serious flaws in these particular screens, that they can't produce a contrast level. You ever notice when you watch Screen Innovation, when he did that demonstration, when he took that sample sheet in front of that white screen and he moved it around on that blue ocean, and you see how that image popped up on the screen? There you go. They all react the same way. But the difference between black diamond and black diamond is a slate, which means it's pretty much kind of like, you ever seen the armor on RoboCop? That's slate. It's kind of a bluish slate. That's what it looks like to me. But it's not black. These technologies black. So this is what your projector is seeing when it sees blue. This is what it sees when it sees a black screen. This is how it recognizes blue, and this is how it recognizes blue when it sees a gray screen. It is a washed out image. LG Jazz demonstration. Now we do the LG Jazz demonstration. If you notice in the background of my settings on my Fire Stick right here, even the background comes up gray. It's supposed to be black. There's a black background. This is the setting on the Fire Stick. Its background is supposed to be black, not gray. So you'll notice now that you've seen the solid colors on how they look, now you know what to look for. So anytime a black image pops up on this demonstration, you will see it turn to that color automatically. When it hits red, you will see it fade to the red. When you see the blue, you will see the blue fade. There you go. Rest my case. That's why they never show you solid colors. Now you can see it crystal clear now, can't you? Before you can't see it because they camouflage it with a whole bunch of colors in the dark and you can't see it. But if I show you solid colors first and then I let you say, look at it now, now you can see it. You're not getting a bright image, you're getting a washed out image. That's why anywhere it shows black in that background automatically comes up gray. And it's not ambient light projection technology at all. Because if it was true ambient light projection technology, nothing would fade on the screen. Nothing. You'd be able to maintain a beautiful image without no fading or nothing washing out on the screen. Just because people sprinkle a little bit of lights in the environment, go, oh, look, it's ambient light projection. Then how come your environment doesn't look like that every time you do a video? If you have true ambient light projection technology, and every video, your light should be on. At least 90% of the time, your light should be on. But if you're doing demonstrations where you're in poorly lit environments, where bottom line is you only have certain lighting in certain areas for certain demonstrations, and then those demonstrations turn into the lights going out, and majority of that video is done in the dark, and that's where you're gonna be at. I can do this entire demonstration with my lights on. As a matter of fact, I can go farther than that. You can look at my ceiling. People hate this demonstration right here, that I'm showing you my technology on my ceiling. It's bad enough that people are scared to death to have window lights disrupting their screen, or they're terrified of having any form of ambient light come in, any kind of lighting in the environment. But imagine if you got a projection screen on your ceiling and your ceiling fixture is right in the center of it. That's what you call ambient light projection technology. See where my screen sits at? All those windows, all those lights on. That is a Paxel right there in the middle with a 0.8 gain, and that right there is a Gray Cinema 5D. Then you'll say, well, Ken, those were contrast demonstrations. Your screen is jet black. Of course it's going to pull up better contrast. All right. Let's put in a demonstration with some bright, beautiful flowers. And let's see what happens. Told you when I showed you those solid colors first, if it's not going to pick it up, it's not going to pick it up. Well, maybe if we turn out the lights, because that's where you're going to be at with these screens anyway, so we might as well take the lights out. Because I had somebody tell me, well, turn the lights out, turn the lights out. You just basically confessed on where you're going to be at when you basically paint that on your screen. So, you know, if you don't have a dedicated theater room setup, then, and even if you do have a dedicated theater room setup, that's still bad, because you still can't pull contrast. This is sad. I've seen some people up there with amazing projectors, and they can't even really see it. All right, so let's go in and let's start this. Doesn't make a difference if you're in the dark. Doesn't make a difference if you have a dedicated room set up. You still can't pick up the color correctly. And these are bright colors. What do you think is going to happen if you hit contrast? If you try to watch Batman, either of the dark movies that involve a lot of contrast, it's not even going to come up. And the strong points of this technology is its contrast level. But it just shows you how bright the screen is, that the screen not only can maintain a bright level right next to a screen that's actually 3 times lighter than it, but it can maintain a deep, rich color, which contrast is needed in order to produce a better image. Now that's the only fighting chance they have with the lights out. The minute we put those lights on, those screens start to wash. See what I mean? That's what you're getting. Go ahead and you can destroy your projection screen if you want. That's going to be you. That's the sky blue technology right there, holding its own. That's the screen that did the last demonstration test. It had to produce that image at around 13 feet back on 1,000 lumens outside. And now it's sitting here in my living room with both windows open on both sides, curtains pulled back, sunlight pushing through, and an overhead light with no problem. Going toe to toe with a screen that will cost you $5 grand, which is the Paxel screen, and going toe to toe with the Great Cinema 5D at $1,300 to $1,400 for a 100-inch. This screen is 126 inches. Let's see what kind of angle gain we get off the cheap screen paint mix next to a cinema gray. Meanwhile, all the while, my ceiling is still producing an image in a fully lit environment. And this is where I talk about fake ambient light projection screens and screen paints. To hide in the dark, can't even see the corners of the environment. That's how dark it is in there. Look around. See? This is how it's supposed to be in your home. I can put you right there. You can see the screen on the ceiling taking in all that light and still hitting the screen on the side, and it's taking all that light in. This is why when you raise the bar, you're going to have people that are not going to like you. That's all to it. That's what it comes down to the end of the day. They're not going to like you. Because that means if you're raising the bar, every time they turn around, they got to raise the bar. They got to work just as hard. Some people don't like that. They don't want to work just as hard. But if you're going to prove your technology to be good, you have to be able to prove it. You have to be able to back it up. So you know how most people have optic fiber lighting in their ceilings, right? I can have my projector hit my ceiling, and I can sit here and I could read a book, and right there, why I look at my images on my ceiling. Let's get this monstrosity off my screen. Like I said, you got people worrying about a little bit of ambient light coming through their windows or having their lights on with light shades. I've seen that. People have little shades in the corners with the light shades on, and you know they got them pushed apart because they're afraid for them to be near the screen because the screen might wash out or fade. And I can do this. My customers can do this. I can sit in my kitchen where I stand right now, and I can see my screen from here, here, and here, all in a fully lit environment. Oh, by the way, those are the last orders going out for the day. Those right there, and we start the next ship out day next Friday. I had to order more containers because we're out. We're sold out. Containers are gone. This is what I'll do. And just to have a little fun here, let me change my settings to my phone to black and white so I can show you that the screens are picking up a white level. Because if you put something in black and white, it's only picking up two colors, either black or white. If it's not picking up a black level, it's only black levels only, then the only thing you're going to see is a dark screen. So we'll put this over in slate. Do you see something interesting about the Gray Cinema 5D? You see how high the white levels are? I got to give it to a little bit to the what's it called? The Paxel is picking up contrast because you see how it's blending into our screen. Our screen's blending into it. Let's come over here and let's look at the ceiling and see if the ceiling is picking up white levels. See, when you put something in black and white and you record in black and white, there's only two colors can come up on the screen. It has to be black or white. If the screen is not producing a white level, all this would be black. You wouldn't be to see anything, which means it's not the settings in my camera that's doing it. Let's put in a bubble effect. How about that? So if I want to change my settings, I can change my settings to every last one in here and the screen will look exactly the same. This is normal. Just go right down the middle and you'll see the screen change to every setting in my phone. And you'll see the screen react the same way. Look at that. Is that cool or what? So no, it's not the settings in my phone. It's called Hard Work, Faith, and God. That's what it's called. So what time do we have now? Let's see. We are now in the morning. Let's see, you're at 7:33 in the morning. Most people at 7:33 in the morning, well, they don't have the screen sitting in an environment like this. Usually, they'll have it against the wall, and there'll be no windows here at all whatsoever, period. They can't have it in this kind of environment. And this is not black technology, this is blue. Those are blue screens. Actually, I got to paint a blue screen today, too. We're going to be painting a blue screen today. I'm actually going to be doing some more advertising on the blue technology because we got a pre-order date coming up pretty soon, and paperwork is getting there. It's getting there. Once they basically file my paperwork, that's it. It's already locked. Once they give me that, they give me a notification, and they give me some kind of ID notification, which tells me that my paperwork has been filed and approved. So that's all we're waiting for, and then the blue will be on its way. I love doing this. This is what I love doing the most. Oh, forgot I got a stand over here. Now, if the weather goes good today, I want to do a demonstration outside on my 135-inch fixed frame screen on my deck. I want to use the Sony Ultra Short Throw. I haven't done too many Ultra Short Throw demonstrations outside, so we're going to do one of those outside. Because I don't like to do Ultra Short Throws in the house due to the fact that the projector sits way too close to the screen. But I thought would be even more of a better challenge, and we've done it before, on doing demonstrations with the projector outside. Because there is nothing protecting the projector from all that ambient light that's pushing back and forth across that projection. Let's see what we got going on here real quick. Let me grab here. Football highlights, YouTube. There you go. Don't want to watch the game? I can sit here and watch the game if I want. Touchdown!
Mostly in coverage, and the only question is, did the feet get down? My initial
Get down. Did it get down?
very close. Got it one preseason game. This is foreign for him for the most part.
Plug my charger in real quick. Let that sit right there. You guys can watch the screen. With all the lighting and the environment. Enjoy.
His second catch, making moves, and he gets 10 plus. Adams missed 2.5 games. Hamstring injury still leads the league in touchdown catches. Here's a grab by the tight end.
Transformers demonstration.
Rodgers flips it. Adams downfield, and then it broken up. The guy whose third year and first couple of years with Broncos got one career reception.
Transformers.
He's going to get wide open is James. And making moves, takes it down inside the 35. And he does a nice job, and that ball was thrown very well by Mullen.
You want to watch a movie with the lights on? There you go. If I decide I want to sit here at 7 o'clock and watch a movie and watch my fish over top of me, I can do that. I'll put you right over here. That way you can see the screen and the fish all at the same time. That's why I get tired of people talking about how they have ambient light rejection technology, especially these big companies that claim they have ambient light rejection technology. No, you don't. You don't have ambient light rejection technology. You don't. Such a fake. Pre-set up environments. I gotta drop my charger in real quick. That's why I said when I saw that, and I don't care if lead screens gets upset. It's true. When I saw the demonstration of them doing that, their screens and that, and some kind of showcase or whatever they were doing, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Why are all their screens blocking every last window in that room? The hallway literally had more light than the room itself. So every time I see commercials, not commercials, but I see demonstrations being done on these screens, it's always dark in here. There's a little bit of light. They always have the center lighting in the middle. So they always use a form of what you call condensed lighting, because condensed lighting, you can control where that lighting goes. Look, anyone who has it, you can shift the light back and forth, and you can control where it has to go. So you can put it here, here, and here, but they never have it dead on top of the screen. Because if I'm basically going to have projection screens throughout my entire house, I better be able to flip on any one of these projectors, and these screens should be activating. If I want to do lights out, I still have light passing through my little theater room. Because like I said, the first thing someone will do is they'll get a curtain and cover that up. They'll get a curtain and cover that up. No, I'm not doing all that. I'm not blocking any light coming through my environment. This is a home, not a cave. Now, if I design a dedicated theater room, oh yeah, oh sure, yeah, definitely. But no, this is my home. Let's go grab something else. Let's see. Let's deal with anyone either work. Optimus Prime transfer scene. Ooh, I like this one right here. Let me see if I got sound on this one. I should have sound here. And meanwhile, in the next room, there's a football game going on in there. With all the lights on. Like I said, I've seen demonstrations where people have this section will be dark, or this section will be dark. Either the house will be well lit, like the kitchen and certainly the living room, but where the screen is sitting, that environment will remain dark. Football highlights, YouTube. My screen is 138 inches at 235.1. That's the size of the screen right here. The screen right here and the next room is 126 inches at 16.9. And then later on the day, you'll get a chance to see the screen I have on the deck, which is 135 inch at 16.9. But this right here is 235.1. Now, keep in mind, those of you looking at the 235.1 screen thinking you want one of these in your house, think before you get it, because you can't use this in 16.9, period. I watched the video on, what's called, matter of fact, this is a silver ticket. This is a silver ticket coated with our black technology. So I watched it. They have a very informative video on 235.1. And it's very important to watch that video because I see people jump in and get these screens and then find out that their projector doesn't have a 235.1 setting. And then you got to go through the nightmare of trying to figure out exactly what can you use that is going to give you 235.1. You're not watching football games on this. You're not watching certain movies. There's a whole lot of stuff you can't watch on the screen. You have to have certain movies that are set for widescreen only. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about doing a dedicated theater room. This is dedicated on another level because you can't run everything through it. Where that screen right there, I can do that screen at 16.9 and run every movie and any kind of application I want. I just can't run a 235.1 widescreen format through there because I'll get the bars at the top and the bottom. For this one, I'll get the entire screen. So if I were to play football, this is what football will look like on a 235.1. Well, not that, when the ad passes. But you'll see, like, there'll be things missing. I did the PS4 on here, and there's like menus missing and everything because the screen chops it off. It was never meant to be 235.1 format. The only people that pretty much can do 235.1 in game are PC gamers. Now see the bottom? See how all that is missing at the bottom? That is completely gone. The score, all that's gone. So there's three ways, or a couple ways you can go 235.1. You can do the wide camera lens, which I did in the past, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not a good fix because you're gonna have to configure a camera lens to fit over a lens of a projector. And what happens is it involves a lot of keystone, and your projector has to be in 1610. And in the end, you end up with these really fuzzy edges on the end that distort the picture quality, and it's not something where you want to go. They make an adapter that may fit over your projector, They run around somewhere between on eBay $1,200 to $1,300, maybe $1,500 for that adapter. That will fit over your projector or be able to connect under your projector so it slides back and forth and switch back and forth. That will give you the 235.1. Or you could do what I did and buy yourself a ViewSonic. Now the ViewSonic projectors have a hidden secret. Those projectors have a 235.1 option in their menu, which means there's no expensive camera lenses. There's no kind of configure a photo camera to fit a projector. None of that nonsense. The projector automatically has 235.1, but it's only certain models. The ones that were manufactured in 2016 and up, those are the ones that have a 235.1 option. Keep in mind, ViewSonic does not talk about this. They do not advertise it. It's a hidden secret in the projector that you have to find by accident. You don't really got to hunt for it. You just go into the, I'm going to show you real quick. My lights are going to flip real quick, okay? Matter of fact, hold on. So I'll show you.
Makes the adjustment, gets the first
235.1. So they're projectors. You have to have a certain model projector. So a certain model projector by ViewSonic has a 235.1. The PX747 4K projector by ViewSonic has a 235.1 option. ViewSonic's cheapest projector that they make, which is the PJD 5155, you can get those projectors on eBay for around 150. Some people have them for 150. Some people have them for $200. That projector right there is and get me when I tell you this, it's kind of strange, but it's true. That projector has a 600 by 800 res. 600 by 800 res SVGA at 3600 lumens, a 20,000 to 1 contrast, and it has an anamorphic lens built into it. For you can get that projector for somewhere 150 or somewhere around like $100 or $200. A lot of you not. So what I did was when I found out about their projector, matter of fact, I bought this projector twice because I needed a short throw projector for a house I had over in West Philadelphia. I had a 200-inch screen. I bought the projector strictly for its capabilities of being able to give me short throw. And when I was going through the menu to select my 16:9, a 235.1 option popped up. So I started buying their projectors. I bought the 4K version of it, 235.1. I bought a version they had of it, which was actually 1920 by 1200 WXGA. It was a wide body projector, about 4,000 lumens. I bought one of those. That projector right there, 235.1. So then I bought their cheapest projector that they had under the 2016 and 2017 model, 235.1. Yep. So you can automatically have 235.1 for really cheap. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Because keep in mind, I have Chrissy projectors in here. Chrissy projectors are top tier projectors. I have Sony projectors, the Venue big boy projectors. I have a Chrissy 505. These are big boy venue projectors designed for commercial use. None of them have a 235.1 setting. None of them. That's the only one that has a 235.1. And that one would have cost me, I paid for that one $500 and about $560. $235.1 demo. So you have to have a 3.2. I'm gonna try 235. I'm gonna try Let's see. You have to have a certain setting to do it. Let's see. There's abbreviation for it. You're not going to be able to run everything through it. I allow you not. So if you get one, just be warned that your picture quality, you're not going to be able to run everything you want off of it. Oh, wrong choice. And they have them in 239. That's another setting too. It's like 4 different settings for that particular setting. This is why I like to have my whatchamacallit, because I can put up much faster. 230, 235. Here we go. So this is right here. This video right here would explain it to you so much better. That one right there, and this one right here, silver ticket. You got to watch this one. This is a good one. If you know nothing about 235.1, or even how to get around or deal with it, Silver Ticket Products has a video over here on 235.1. I think it was one of the best ones I've ever watched, because that one pretty much, you know, you don't have to be a professional or whatever. It makes it easier for you to understand exactly what you're getting yourself into. So that's a really good video. This is the video I put out right here. This is the ViewSonic, the PJ 235, actually the PJ 5100. This is the projector I bought. I paid like $130, $140 for it. Showing up that projector right there at the 235.1. But you have to have, like, okay, see how this is set up? That's 235.1. So that should fill the entire screen from top to bottom. There should be no bars anywhere. Now, we'll pause it here, right? Come over here for a minute. The screen we got running in the other room. Where's the lemons? I've done a demonstration. Well, this projector right here is a Chrissy. So this one right here is around 43. That one right there is 34. But you can run a projector as low as probably around 1500. I've done lower than that. I'll put a link at the bottom. I did a demonstration side by side. I had a Sony CVS and the VPL CVS, which is a 1,000 lumen projector, which I ran here and did a screen there. And then I took an old 900 lumen ViewSonic projector and put it here. So I was able to run a 900 and 1,000 lumen projector side by side in a fully lit environment. But it doesn't take much to activate the screens at all. I mean, pretty much, as you can see, this is a short throw projector, and it's active. The screen's activated on the ceiling, and it's showing off images of fish off my ceiling. So my ceiling's painted jet black with the technology, and this is just a demonstration we show on how much ambient light the screens can take in, where I can paint it literally to the ceiling and use my ceiling light fixture, and it's not going to disrupt my picture quality. You'll be able to see the colors and everything with no problem whatsoever. It doesn't take much. If you go to the website, you will see the specifications on what it takes to actually fire up the screen. Hold on for a minute. I want to do something for you really quick. I think this is the right one. It's right one right here. Or did I just put it right down? Yeah, this is right here. All right. I got to go into my menu. In here. Come back out of here. My neighbor's like, "Where's he always?" I always see me walking around with this camera. Like, what is he doing today? Same thing I do every day. Try to take over the world. Ever watch Pinky and the Brain? All right, so we'll take this off. And then we'll go into doing the same thing with the 235. All right, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So same video here. But you'll notice when it plays, you will get bars at electricity bill. You will notice that when it plays, you will get bars at the top and the bottom. See? So that's what happens when you try to paint 235.1 on a projector that can't do 235.1. You get the bars at the top and the bottom. When you're watching movies that are designed for widescreen format, this is what you get. It's a format of widescreen. You're not getting true widescreen. That's why, I'll answer your question in a few minutes, buddy. I'm sorry about that. That's why when you get TVs and stuff and it says, hey, this is formatted for widescreen, And you get bars at the top and the bottom because your TV's not really doing widescreen. That's why you're getting the bars at the top and the bottom. At 4.3, 4.3s are not widescreen because you can only get the bars on the side here and here. And you're not supposed to get the whole entire screen filled out in 16:9 or 16:10. Actually, 16:10 just gives you a little bit more height. That's basically about it over 16:9. But you're asking, what are 235.1 settings? 235.1 settings is your ratio settings in your projector. That's your format, your widescreen format. So you have 4.3, you have 4.3, you have 235.1, you have 16:9, 16:10. There's actually a 15:9. NECs have a 15:9. You ever heard of those? They have an NEC. Old NEC projectors have 15:9 in them. And then they have letterbox, and there's a whole bunch of other ones that come in into play too. And you got anamorphic, panoramic, like I'll show you right here. All right, I'll show you the settings in the ViewSonic. So the ViewSonic settings, okay, if I come over here, I think this is the one in there playing. I keep getting the remote controls mixed up because I'm running 2 Fire Sticks at the same time. Here we go. So we'll play this one right now. Right? I'll show you the settings in a few minutes. All right. So shake my settings. Now see how this one, the whole screen is filled out? That's 235.1. And that's not. Where if I tried to play a movie in if I play football here in 16:9, I'm gonna get the whole entire, the scoreboard, the whole 9 yards, everything. And here, everything is gonna be missing. So I'll show you what happens. Football highlights. So if I come in here and I'll do like this game right here, right? We'll let that run. And then we'll come over to this one, which I can remember. I'll show you my settings in my other projector too. All right, it's that one. Football highlights. I get both remote controls mixed up constantly all the time. So we'll do, let me see which one I want to do. All right. That's got to play on the commercial. Now, if you notice, if you look at the bottom, right? See how much the score is missing? It is completely gone, right? Now you see the score? Hold on a minute. Trying to play the same game on both of them so you can see the scoreboard from both ends. All right, so scoreboard's supposed to be here and here. As you're seeing right there, everything crystal clear. You're seeing the logo from NBC. Oh, if I got that right. You're seeing the score at the bottom. You're seeing everything, the whole entire thing. This is formatted for 16:9. Now, if I try to do 16:9 over here on a 235.1 setting, I'm missing everything. Score's gone. The icon right there for the for NBC is gone. This is what you get. It looks like you're getting the full picture, but you're not getting the full picture. You're missing a whole lot. So, okay, so now I'll go in and I'll switch this out to, I'll change my settings in here, because you can do other ratio settings. And I'll go over to, no, we'll go back. All right, let's go over here. And I'll go to my settings and we'll change this over to, actually it's only just 16:10 because this is designed for widescreen. So we'll put it over to 16:10. So if we put it to 16:10, this is how much of your screen that you're missing. Because I told you, complete scoreboard is gone, the icon is gone, all that's gone. That's what you're missing. That's what you're missing from your screen. So, and this one, and these projectors, let me see if I can go back in the menu. You get 1610. These are your settings that you get. 4.3, 1610 panorama, 235.1 anamorphic. That's what you get. I'm gonna bring mine back up to where it's supposed to be at. There we go. So you can only watch certain movies off of here. Or a lot of fish, abstract art, whatever. But whatever you buy, whatever you play through here, has to be widescreen formatted only, or it's not going to work. It's not going to look right. So I have Fire Stick running through here. I have to find certain select movies that I can play. So what I like about the Fire Stick is the fact that I can just go in and say, hey, look, I'm looking for movies that are widescreen formatted, and it'll pull up all the movies that are widescreen format, and those are the only ones I can watch within that library. There's actually more movies in 16:9 that there is in widescreen format. You can forget about playing your PS4, PS5, or Xbox One. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work unless the designer who made the game made it in a widescreen format. Or you got a PC, because a PC you can go in and manipulate your video card if the program allows you to do it. It does allow you to go and manipulate the video card, but if you can get those settings that allow you to do 235.1, most of them allow you to do it. So that's the difference between the two. Other than that, well, I got to get out of here. I got to come back in later on. My driver's going to be here in a few minutes. These are the orders, the splashovers that are done. So these are going out today. These orders for those customers who didn't receive a tracking number. I got 2 people that didn't receive tracking numbers. These are your orders right here. They're going out today. Also, we got to do your shipping labels manually, which means I have to write those in. But other than that, everybody else is good to go. And I'll have you guys all taken care of, and everybody will be, packages will be out of there. All right, so our next shipping date is going to be Friday, next Friday. It has to be done that way because, like I said, with the United States Postal Service, I've had some problems with them picking up packages and stuff like that. 4K fish. All right, that's one over there. 4K fish. Is anyone? I see giant sea monsters at 4K fish. 4K fish. Oh, I'll just use this ray. I don't care. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here real quick. Like I said, our next ship out date is going to be Friday. The driver will be down. I got to order more containers because we're out of containers, but don't worry about that. If you place an order, you're still good to go because we'll just start processing orders all this week. Let me get this to go through real quick. There we go. I was trying to get the birds to pop up. There we go. All right. I will be coming back in later on and doing a demonstration on the Sky Blue, which that is Sky Blue technology, and the next room over in there. I will be doing some demonstrations on that. Or I'll be doing another paint-on demonstration on a 106-inch borderless screen because I'm going to start doing more advertisements on the Sky Blue because my paperwork for my patent pending is in the process of being filed. I mean, that wasn't cheap either. I was not freaking cheap. But anyway, so with that being said, I can start showing more off on it because now it's not something where I feel like I'm teasing you by showing you a screen that's not on the website, where now it is going to be on the website and it's going to be on the pre-order, but we just got to get a few things done with the paperwork and then we're done after that and we can start showing it off. You have to see how insane that thing looks on the PS4. It is freaking amazing, but we're going to set up something over here in this area today. I'm going to run the Chrissy 1080p projector off of it and the PS4. All right, with that being said, thank you all for your time. Be safe out there, and God bless.